Hello everyone, I'm Subhojit Panda from Odishatv.in presenting you today's news from Odisha. First headlines. Legislators cutting across party lines demand Speaker in Assembly to constitute House Committee to probe into the irregularities in the distribution of ration cards under NFSA. CBSE plans to provide examination equipments to the candidates in entrance hall. Plans to install mobile jammer in all the examination halls. Social organisation Right to Fight resorts to rail roko at Kontavanji station demanding setting up of a rail wagon factory in Balangir district. Navanirman Krusak Sangathana intensifies its agitation by beginning a civil disobedience movement. Takes out a rally from Master Canteen Square towards the State Assembly. And in a major twist to the tale of rescued Kyrgyzstan sex worker, the lady attempts to hurt herself with blades. Now the details. Legislators cutting across party lines on Tuesday demanded before the Speaker in Assembly to constitute a House committee which would investigate the alleged irregularities in the distribution of ration cards under National Food Security Act. The BJP members alleged that the ruling party has made the centrally sponsored food scheme as Biju Food Scheme. Echoing similar voice, the Congress walked out of the Assembly demanding House committee to examine the matter. Many leaders of the ruling BJD were proved to have acquired the ration cards. Mayor of the Cuttack Municipal Corporation was forced to resign for the same reason. He added, even though the NFSA is the contribution UP government, the regional party has utterly failed to implement it in the state properly, the Congress members said. Some members of the Treasury bench also admitted irregularities in some places. However, Food Minister Sanjay Das Verma flayed the opposition members for doing cheap politics over the matter.
गरीब लोकंक पई राशन कार्ड रो योजना एमाने करू नाहंती बिजू जनता दल लोकंक पई एमाने राशन कार्ड बंटन रो व्यवस्था करिसंती बहु योग्य हिताधिकारी राशन कार्ड पाइबारु वंचित होइसंती ओडिसा रो विभिन्न ग्राम पंचायत रे ब्लॉक रे शह शह लोके आंदोलन चलैसंती राशन कार्ड पाइबा पई
रेशन कार्ड बिजू जनता दल रो कर्मी माने तांको नेता माने जो हाथैतंती जो रेशन कार्ड नै जाइचंती एवं तांकर जो अन्याय अत्याचार करिसंती ता प्रतिवाद करिकरी हमें हाउस कमिटी न करिबारु आज हाउस गृह को वर्कआउट करू
जेहेतु ये पेटपटणार कथा तेणु याकू नहीं राजनीति करिवार आवश्यकता नहीं कारण गोटे संघीय व्यवस्था रे केंद्र सरकार कौन दायित्व राज्य सरकार कौन दायित्व सेटा निर्धारित होइछि आमर जेतिकी गहम कोटा दरकार केंद्र सरकार अधिक कोटा आम उपर लदी दउछि.
The Odisha Assembly on Tuesday witnessed an uproarious scene over the suicide of a farmer of Hadavanga village in Balangir district with the opposition Congress members demanding immediate arrest of Balangir sub-collector. Drawing the attention of the Speaker through a special mention during the 0 hour, leader of the opposition Narsingh Mishra and Congress Chief Whip Tara Prasad Bahinipati said the sub-collector is responsible for the death of the farmer and demanded his immediate arrest. Supporting their demand, BJP member KV Singhdeo demanded early investigation into the matter and sought a clarification to this effect from the state government within 48 hours.
चाषी आत्महत्या करिछि एथि पई जे सब कलेक्टर कौन से प्रकार प्रतिश्रुति देले नाही से तात्सल्य कले चाषी मानकु खरा दिन काहेकि तमे चाष करथिलो तमे जहा करबार अछि कर एई मनोभाव जगु प्रशासन रो चाषी आत्महत्या करछि ए होछि अभियोग.
This government is insensitive towards the plight of the farmers. सब कलेक्टर जो जाई करी कहिले कि तुमको के कहउतला खरा दिन रे चाष करिबा पई जो जगह रे एलआई पॉइंट अछि से जगह रे भी जदी प्रकार कथाटा सब कलेक्टर माने कहिबे इट इज अनफॉर्चुनेट.
उभय कलेक्टर एवं एसपी यापरे तदंत करुचंदी एवं तदंत करिकि जदि सब कलेक्टर हुंतु कि भी केही हुंतु जदि कोनोसी व्यक्ति विशेष को पाई ए घटना घटी थाए ताले निश्चित भाबरे आईन अनुसार कार्यानुष्ठान जा हवा कथा हबो.
The candidates appearing for the All India Joint Entrance Examination will no more be allowed to take pen and pencil into the exam halls. In a bid to make the test process more transparent, the Central Board of Secondary Education has decided to provide the same equipments to the candidates in the entrance hall. The exam board has also planned to install mobile jammer in all the examination halls. Moreover, entry into the hall with mobile phones, wristwatch and other electronic gadgets will not be allowed. Similarly, a 3-layer security arrangements will be made to ensure smooth examination. The decision came after the answer key of the AIPMT 2015 was leaked, official sources said. The matter had forced the CBSE authorities to conduct the test for the second time. The joint entrance examination main offline will be held on 3rd April in 2 sittings. The students have been asked to report at the examination center at 7 a.m. even though the test is scheduled to begin at 9 a.m. The physically challenged candidates will be given 1 hour extra. As many as 71 centres have been made in 9 prominent cities of the state, among which Bhubaneswar has 20 centres.
Pencil use answer script karibeni. Black ballpoint pen will be provided by the exam center itself. CBSE is providing. Sita use karibe. Watch be not allowed to the examination hall. Exam center re watch rahibo. So these are the improvisation with respect to the previous years. तेणु स्टूडेंट मैंने सेटा को इंस्ट्रक्शन को कैरी आउट करी प्रिपरेशन नहीं की जानतु सफिशिएंट टाइम आगुरु जाई कि सेमाने क्यू रे रहबा को पड़िबो.
A social organization, Right to Fight, on Wednesday resorted to rail roko at Kontabanji station demanding setting up of a rail wagon factory at Balangir district. Supported by many other associations including the local traders body, hundreds of activists blocked the rail track, following which the Puri-Ahmedabad express was detained for at least 2 hours. Rail communication on the route was disrupted for quite some time due to the blockade. However, they cleared the track after top officials of the railways met the agitating activists and assured them of forwarding their demand to the government. Normalcy was then restored on the route. Pointing out that around 70 acres of land is lying unused in the district, which can be used for setting up the wagon factory, an activist said, "It is a long-standing demand of the people of Balangir. If the government fails to fulfill our demand, the agitation will be intensified in the coming days." In a major twist to the tale of the rescued Kyrgyzstan sex worker, the lady on Tuesday attempted to hurt herself with blades. According to the sources, the sex worker tried to hurt herself by keeping 2 blades inside her mouth. However, all her efforts went in vain after the Ruchika official seized the 2 blades from her possession. The sources said, adding that following the incident, 2 police officials and 1 counsellor have been deployed to keep a hawk eye on the sex worker. Meanwhile, the sex worker has talked to the Kyrgyzstan embassy.
The reactive होतले किंतु तांको काउंसलिंग प्रोसेस रे तांको से काम डाउन हेचंती एवं बहुत लोग काउंसलिंग मध्य करूछंती. महिला कमिशन रो मेंबर्स माने आसी काउंसलिंग करछने. आमे मध्य काउंसलिंग कंटिन्यू करछु. हमरो काउंसलर जे से सदाळे कंटिन्यूअसली काउंसलिंग करछंती. वर्तमान तांकर मानसिक एवं शारीरिक स्थिति मोटामोटी भाव रे ठीक अछि.
हम ऊपर तो किसी डिसीजन पेंडिंग नहीं. वी हैव रेस्क्यूड her and handed over. At the most we can work as a facilitator for any help that is required. जो पुलिस क्षमता रही थी वो जो अमर करवा कथा मैं करीबू मुझे एमती कहली अमर तरफ रू तार मूवमेंट ऊपर किसी रिस्ट्रिक्शन नहीं.
Transport Minister Ramesh Majhi had spent a highest ₹7,17,622 for his official tours in and outside the state during 2015, followed by Chief Minister Naveen Patnaik, whose travel expenditure cost the state exchequer ₹4,75,152. Parliamentary Affairs Minister Bikram Keshri Arok informed the Odisha Assembly about the expenses while replying to a written question of Kailash Kulesika. Tourism Minister Ashok Panda stood 3rd in the row. The government had spent ₹4,74,138 towards his official travel. Similarly, the travel expenditure of Rural Development Minister Badri Patra is ₹3,99,965, while the government had spent ₹3,81,507 for Minister Jogendra Behera, Aruk said. The lowest amount has been spent for Health Minister Atanu Sabyasachi Naik, which figured ₹22,880, Aruk pointed out. The Court of Judicial Magistrate First Class Aska on Tuesday allowed the local police to take former Sanokhe Mundi Congress MLA Ramesh Jaina on a 2-day remand. Police had appealed the court to take Jaina on 5-day remand for interrogation on his involvement in a tender fixing case, to which the latter granted 2-day remand. Jaina will be taken on a 2-day remand on 1st and 2nd April, for which he'll be shifted to Aska Jail from Barampur Circle Jail on 31st March. He'll be shifted again to Barampur Circle Jail on 2nd April after the end of the remand period. In the meanwhile, the State Crime Branch Police on Tuesday produced Jaina in the court of JMFC Digapahandi after taking him on a 1-day transit remand for interrogation in connection with the murder of former Morabhanja Sarpanch Srinivas Ratha in 2012. The Crime Branch Police later appealed the court to take Jaina on a 5-day remand. Panic-gripped riverside villages located near Chitrotpada river after a large patch of river embankment caved in at Haridaspur near Gorakhpur in the district on Tuesday. According to the sources, the river embankment caved in around 30 feet deep, causing damage to the 200 feet long and 30 feet wide road constructed over the embankment. Following the incident, vehicular movement on the road which connects Jagat Singhpur to Kendrapada were disrupted. Meanwhile, the villagers alleged poor quality work is the main reason behind the collapse of the river embankment. Prasanna Das, a stranger working for OTV from Chhatrapur in Ganjam district, was attacked on Tuesday night in his home at Purushothampur in Barampur. He, along with his wife, sustained serious injuries in the attack. Both of them have been admitted to a local hospital. Police said that the attackers, identified as Surendra and Subhash Santara, were brothers. They have been detained and are being questioned. The reason for the attack will be ascertained after interrogation is over, they added. Meanwhile, journalists have condemned the attack and demanded immediate action against the culprits. There seems to be no end to the farmer suicides in the state. A sharecropper of Ostapada village under Odapada block in Dhenkanal ended his life on Tuesday due to alleged crop loss and loan burden. The deceased has been identified as Sadananda Sahu. According to the sources, Sahu was under severe mental stress on account of massive crop loss. Finding no other means to repay his loans, Sahu took the extreme step and consumed the pesticides, the sources added. Meanwhile, the locals of the Ostapada village staged a road blockade on Ostapada road by placing the dead body of the farmer on the road. Besides, the agitating villagers demanded rupees 10 lakh compensation for the family members of the deceased. The villagers withdrew their strike after district collector and Sadar police rushed to the spot and assured them of the assistance.
ସୁଜି ପାଇଲୁନି ଲୋକ ଯখন ମାଗିଲେ ଏମିତି ହାଁ କରିକି ସବୁ ଖାଇଦେଲେ ଆଉ କହିଲେ ବହୁତ ମୋତେ ଧିକାରୁଛନ୍ତି ମାଗୁଛନ୍ତି ହାଁ କରିଦେଲେ ସାରେ ଗାଁ ଗହଳି 2 ଲକ୍ଷ ଟଙ୍କା ଖର୍ଚ୍ଚ କରିଦେଇଛୁ
ପ୍ରୋସିଜର ଅନୁସାରେ ଇନକ୍ୱାରି କରାଯିବ ସେମାନେ ଆସୁଛନ୍ତି ଏଗ୍ରିକଲଚର ବାଲା ତା ଛଡ଼ା ଯେହେତୁ ତାଙ୍କର ଫିନାନ୍ସିଆଲ ଷ୍ଟାଟସ୍ ତ ଭଲ ନାହିଁ ତେଣୁ ମ୍ୟାଡାମ ରେଡ୍ କ୍ରସ୍ ତରଫରୁ ତାଙ୍କୁ 10,000 ଟଙ୍କା ଦେଇଛନ୍ତି.
Nabanirman Krusak Sangathan on Tuesday intensified its agitation with over 1,000 farmers from across Odisha, accompanied by activists of Krusak Chhatra Sangathan and several voluntary organizations, beginning a civil disobedience movement by taking out a huge rally from Master Canteen Square in Bhubaneswar towards the State Assembly. On their way to the State Assembly from Master Canteen Square, NKS activists were detained by the police near Itkol Auditorium. As police tried to stop them, they had a scuffle with the police. Following the information, Police Commissioner YB Khurania rushed to the spot and pacified the agitators. Taking a dig at the state government, an activist of Krusak Chhatra Sangathana said the government was not bothered about the suicide of nearly 200 farmers. Besides, it was not concerned about the NKS leader Akshay Kumar, who is on a fast since the last 12 days. Lashing out at the state government for its audacity in not admitting the suicide of the farmers, he said the students' wing of the Krusak Sangathana has joined the NKS to wage a joint fight against the state government.
आमे तो निश्चित भाव में अत्यंत खुशी जे ये आंदोलन आमर सफल होइछ कारण चाषी मानकर संगठन गोटे अच्छी सरकार बर्तमान जानिबा को पाइले एवं ताको स्वीकृति देबा पे बाध्य हेबे.
The number of jaundice patients has gone up to 44 in Cuttack after 4 persons of Jobra area were tested positive on Tuesday. On the other hand, the district administration has confirmed that the outbreak of the disease is due to the contaminated water. Talking to OTV, Chief District Medical Officer or CDMO Prafulla Kumar Behera said the health department has stepped up intensive awareness campaign. He also informed that of the 12 water samples given to the state pathology lab, reports on 5 samples have come, of which 2 samples have been found contaminated. The CDMO said, as per the test report, the presence of jaundice virus in the water is not alarming. Meanwhile, a BJP team led by Nayan Mahanti visited the affected areas in Jobra and interacted with the people. Meanwhile, a delegation of City Congress led by its President Mohammad Mokim submitted a memorandum to District Collector Nirmal Chandra Mishra and urged him to take urgent steps to bring down the incidence of jaundice in the city.
आमे दृढ़ भाव दाबी करूँ जे जो अधूरा काम रही जाइए कौन पाई रही तर्जमा करा जाऊ एवं समग्र कटक सहर पाइपलाइन जहाँ नला तले जाइए संपूर्ण रूप बदला जाऊ.
2 days after Chief Minister Naveen Patnaik revealed the names of the ministers and MLAs possessing more than one government quarters in violation of official guidelines, Leader of Opposition Narsingh Mishra and Tourism Minister Ashok Panda wrote to Assembly Secretary to take back one of the government houses occupied by them. The Balangir MLA asked the Secretary last evening to take back one government quarters at Unit 4 area, while Panda informed the Secretary of his decision to return the house, which was in the name of former MLA Raghunath Sahu but was under his possession. On Monday, Chief Minister Naveen Patnaik had informed the Assembly in a written reply that 4 ministers are among 16 legislators who are in possession of more than one government quarters. The ministers occupying 2 quarters each are Ashok Panda, Bikram Kesari Aruk, Jogendra Behra and Pradeep Panigrahi. Others possessing more than one government property include Leader of Opposition Narsingh Mishra, Deputy Speaker Sadanand Marandi, Government Chief Whip Anant Das, former Minister Surendranath Naik, Sarojini Himbram, Anjali Behra and Pradipta Naik, and 5 other former MLAs continue to keep government houses in possession, though they are no longer members of the Assembly. 4 former ministers and 5 former MLAs have occupied the government quarters unauthorizedly. The quarters were allotted to them when they were the public representatives, the Chief Minister had told the House. Before wrapping up the news headlines once again, legislators cutting across party lines demand Speaker in Assembly to constitute House Committee to probe into the irregularities in the distribution of ration cards under NFSA. CBSE plans to provide examination equipments to the candidates in entrance hall. Plans to install mobile jammer in all the examination halls. Social organisation Right to Fight resorts to rail roko at Kontavanji station demanding setting up of a rail wagon factory in Balangir district. Nava Nirman Krusak Sangathana intensifies its agitation by beginning a civil disobedience movement. Takes out a rally from Master Canteen Square towards the State Assembly. And in a major twist to the tale of rescued Kyrgyzstan sex worker, the lady attempts to hurt herself with blades. That's all for today. Thanks for watching.